Hey, how's y'all doing there, folks? Me again, of course, Squirrely Dan, come back at you, another offering of my sampler platters. Now, what's sampler platter, folks? Well, I've been told by my good friend Brandon Wenzel that it's this thing that he's been doing for a little while now, where he goes over there and he's supposed to go over there and talk about some stuff, and he records it and he talks about some shit. I don't know, but all I do know is that this is a terrible Squirrely Dan accent. But I'm doing it all for y'all because, well, at the time I'm doing this, aside from there being Peter Can Thunderbolt poster, who the fuck knows what that is, crappy old letter off to the side, looks like some shit I'd use, and some Marvel figures, I guess, I kind of knows what that's about. On top of all that, at the time he's doing this, well, it might be Halloween, so that's probably why he went over there and decided to get me involved. Now, all that being said, folks, I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out some stuff for you. I might not be as good at it as he's is. I definitely can't be doing the accent the way the actual actor does, but I'm going to go over there and I'm going to stop real soon. In the meantime, I'm over here chewing on this piece of grass. You can see, for the added effect. And on top of that, wouldn't be a proper Letterkenny's, appreciations, as it were, without a little bit of the alcohols. It's not what I'm reviewing, but it's what I got. I guess. Anyways, folks, in just about a second here, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to drop the accent entirely. And, because again, it isn't very good. I can kind of do a southern accent. I can't do weird Canadian accent. But, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to show you what I'm about to do. What are we going to do? Well, folks, accent dropped. Here's what we're going to do, folks. No! What with it being Halloween and such, we're going to do, boom, candy corn. Grab the other one. Boom! Black licorice. And finally, but most importantly, boom! Circus peanuts. Try to get them all together in one picture. Can it be done? Can he do it? Kinda. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yes, indeed, folks. I'm going to go over there. What with it being Halloween? It actually is Halloween at the time I'm doing this. I'm going to do a little Halloween special. I'm going to go over there and try out everybody's least favorite Halloween candies. Black licorice, candy corn, and circus peanuts. There's others I could have included, like the cheapo, super, like the terrible, like old-timey candies and stuff. I decided that these would be a good representation of the three, though. There were some others that were in contention, like the red and black ones, but these for me are the ones I think most often come up, and I figured, why the hell not, right, folks? Plus, on top of that, it gives me an opportunity to go over there and bust out my Squirrely Dan costume. Like I said, I can't do the accents at all, but I kind of look a little bit like the guy, and when you look like me, you typically, if you're choosing Halloween costumes, you want to aim for somebody who kind of looks a little bit like you already. Being that I'm rotund, have longer hair and beard, kind of limits my options to basically Squirrely Dan from Letterkenny and Bray Wyatt in his original incarnation before he got the dreadlocks. Because I'm not going to say that back in the day, Brandon Wenzel wouldn't have rocked some dreadlocks, okay? What with the New Metal Association and stuff. 36-year-old Brandon, maybe not quite so much. Anyway, folks, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to try these out. See if they deserve all the hate. Because, I don't know, just seemed like a thing to do. So, now here's the disclosure, folks. And this might go over there and temper your opinion of every review I've done up to this point. I actually like candy corn and I actually like black licorice. In fact, when I was a kid, I would go over there when I'd have like teachers or stuff that would pass out jelly beans. Whenever they'd go over there and have the big black licorice ones, man, I would go over there. Whoever got those, I would just trade for them. Those were my jam. So, now, the counterpoint to that, I absolutely hate circus peanuts. The first time I ever had an encounter with them when I was in grade school, and I remember like two people, I was at lunch talking with them, and they were just upselling these things. Like, tomorrow I'm talking about how great they were. I'd never heard of them. Finally, they brought some in. And to me, these things tasted like what I would imagine the inside of a couch cushion tastes like. So it's going to be a mix because got some ones that I probably ain't going to like and one I'm probably going to hate. But I also haven't had any of these in a really long time. Like, I like candy corn. It's probably the one I've had the closest, in terms of timeline, but it's still probably been a few years. I like black licorice, but it's just not a lot of occasions where I go to it. I don't think I've had Circus peanuts since I was a little kid. Because these, I was just like, these are nasty and I don't like them. So let's see how it goes, folks. And whilst I'm doing so, I'm also going to be trying some Cider Boys Strawberry Magic Apple Strawberry Hard Cider. I am going to have a review for this. It's probably going to come after this one, but I've already got it up and everything. So, just a little palate cleanser. Anyway, let's try. We're going to try off candy corn. Because to me, candy corn is the most Halloween-oriented. Licorice you can get anytime. Circus peanuts were actually hard to find. I was actually starting to think maybe they've just been dropped finally. But it eventually was able to get a hold of them. Candy corn is like, it's pretty ubiquitous with Halloween. So I figure we're going to start off with some Halloween candy corn. I bought some cheapo candy corn. I don't know if that matters. I don't know if there's a tier structure to candy corn. I kind of feel like there isn't. I kind of feel like candy corn is just candy corn. Let's give it a shot though, folks. Candy corn. Everybody hates this stuff. It smells like nostalgia to me, and maybe that's all it is, but you can see the candy corn. We're going to do this, folks. Do 4 pieces, because 4 is an even number. I still like it. Like, yeah, it's got kind of a waxy texture to it. It's very rich. Like, you wouldn't... As a kid, I used to eat a lot of candy corn, actually. As an adult, I definitely would not do that. Maybe, a few here or there. Whittle it down. But, it's not overly sweet. I'm perfectly fine with candy corn. And that hasn't changed ever since I was a kid. I didn't even know there was like a bunch of hate for candy corn until I probably got close to high school. And that's when I started hearing people talk about, candy corn. Like, I always liked it as a kid. And as far as I knew, other people liked it too. Now that said, is it my favorite treat to eat on Halloween or any time of year? No, absolutely not. It's why I would probably just have it on Halloween. Because it does have that association. But at the same time, like if for whatever reason I went to somebody's house and they had some candy corn around, I would nibble on it. Because I do like it. And I think, maybe I'm wrong. I feel like out of the 3 of these, it's probably the least offensive socially. But I could be wrong there. But, like, from my takeaway, people really seem to dislike black licorice. And Circus peanuts are just the goddamn worst. I didn't care. So, at least for me, candy corn, they still get a pass. I don't hate them. I still like them. I don't know if I'd recommend them per se, but I think if you get past all of like the social, kind of hatred that comes towards this stuff, maybe just go over there and get yourself some and try it out. Maybe it'll be a little bit better than you remember. All I'm saying. That one's done. Palate cleanser. This is really good, by the way. Alright, so now we're doing Willy Wallaby Soft and Chewy Classic Black Licorice. No salted licorice or anything like that. With this one, I did go for one that was maybe a little bit, I don't want to say higher, I guess higher end maybe. Because they had like super cheapo licorice. Licorice, I do feel like there's actually a tier structure to it. I've had better and worse licorice. So I figured I'd get some, some somewhat nice stuff. Alright? And I will say this. I don't think I've ever had Willy Wallaby black licorice or any type of licorice. Seen it plenty of times, but... So let's give this one a shot. Let's see if I like it as much as I remember. I am almost certain I will. I actually, like I said, I really like black licorice. I've had ouzo. I've had, I can smell it. I love it. Absinthe. You know, those are kind of black licorice flavored. I like this stuff. I don't even care. Oh, and it's big and chunky. And it's a little sticky. It's a little sticky. All right. I think I'm going to like this. I do. I like it a lot. And this, for me, it was something that I could munch on pretty continuously. Like, not by the handful, especially because these are really big chunks. But I could go over there and pick these out one at a time throughout the course of the day. Because I actually really like these. And I think part of the reason why I like it is probably the same reason why I like root beer and birch beer. Even dandelion and burdock, which I tried some dandelion and burdock. It's a British drink for one of my episodes. Go watch that one. I like things that sort of have like a kind of earthy taste to them. And it kind of plays into, like, I don't drink a lot of beer, but when I do drink beer, I tend to drink like stouts because I like that there's like an earthiness to them. They're very smooth. And this kind of has that same thing going for it. It has this, it's kind of a rooty taste to it. And I like the fact that it almost has a similar, similar kind of sensation to mint or something like birch, where there's almost like a mild numbing sensation. And I can see why people don't like it, but I've never understood it personally. Like, I don't get it because even as a kid, I always thought it was great. But, one of my hamsters is out. Oh boy. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him out. We'll see. Hey, buddy. How you doing, sweet guy? Here. How you doing, bud? Hi, bud. Well, this is incredibly appropriate because this is my little buddy Spectre. Oh, who's a spooky ham? You spooky ham, bud? Yeah, you're spooky ham. Hi, spooky ham. Oh, I love him. He is my bud. He's my little ghost ham. Actually, he's named after the villain from the Ape Escape movies. There's an albino monkey named Spectre. You're not albino, are you, though? No. But you're just all white. You're super adorable. I love you, bud. How you doing? Can I give you a kiss? Tiny kiss. Here. Come here. I'll give you a treat. I'm actually super surprised to see him out. He doesn't typically make daytime trips out. Oh, come on. Yeah. Want your treat, bud? Want your treat, spooky ham? No? You want a treat right now? Even though you're a super cool, spooky hamster? You want to hang around for the review? Because you're such a good dude? Okay. I'm going to try to keep him around a little bit. We'll see if he's willing to hang out. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, I like black licorice. I know it's not for everybody, but for me, just something I enjoy. Now here's the real one, folks. Try to get the rest of the licorice out. Palate cleanser. These are the devil as far as I remember. Now I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I'd like to like these. I'm not expecting that I will. My buddy. Oh, he's such a good hamster. I love you, sweet guy. You're such a well-behaved ham. You're such a well-behaved hamster. Alright, so let's give this a shot with Spooky Ghost Ham accompanying. I might have to put him down, but oh, he's got the treat. He's happy now. Alright. Interesting fun fact. I watched a video on these. No one's exactly sure where these things come from. My guess would be hell. But that's just me. Actually, hell seems way too cool for these things. So, I think they're supposed to be banana flavored. Let's give it a shot, folks. texture alone, why would anybody eat these? They're unpleasant. And then once you get them down, they're kind of gritty tasting. And then it's just like that fake banana taste, but like not in a good way. Like, I'll eat fake banana stuff, like fake banana Laffy Taffy's good. Okay. They're not as bad as I remember. I remember actively disliking these. Now, it's entirely possible that my opinion of these is being curtailed somewhat by the fact that I've had candy corn and licorice and, apple strawberry cider before these. But I still don't like them. Like, this is nothing. This tastes exactly like what it is, which is like an old-timey treat. It tastes like something, I've mentioned this before with other old-timey candies and stuff. This tastes like something that would have come out of the Depression era. And I think it's actually older than that, if I'm not mistaken. But it tastes like something that a society that has never known the joy of Dorito taste would enjoy. I think we've moved past this, and unlike candy corn, unlike licorice, where those are very old treats as well, those I can still get behind to some extent. Just for myself personally, I still enjoy them. These I don't get. I don't. Every aspect of them is unpleasant to me. Are they the worst things ever? No. Are they the worst candy ever? They might actually be. Oh, I love you, buddy. You're such a good hamster. He's such a good hamster. Hey. I bet you know it's spooky day, don't you? Yes, you do, because you're a spooky hamster. Who's a spooky hamster? I love you, buddy. He's such a good hamster. I can't say enough good things about him. But yeah. There's nothing good about these, unfortunately. If you enjoy them, that's perfectly okay with me. You might be a pod person, though. I'm just letting you know. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying, maybe check in the mirror or something like that. Check to see if you're a pod person. Are you Donald Sutherland from the 70s? Then you're definitely a pod person. Where are you going, mister? Where are you going? You can't go down. You gotta stay up. But, yeah, so, even just chewing them, my brain is like, why are you engaged in this activity? This seems like a bad plan. I agree. So yeah, folks, as far as the worst Halloween candies you can get, or, approximation thereof, I get why they clearly don't stand up against modern candies. And even with the ones that I have the nostalgia for and I still enjoy, I'll be the first person to admit, I would take a Snickers or a Reese's or almost any modern candy over one of those. But at least with those, I can enjoy them as treats. The Circus peanuts, well, not as bad as I remember, still suck. I still don't like them. So, I wouldn't recommend any of them. But I would recommend maybe giving them a second try if you haven't had them in a while. Seeing how they hold up. Maybe you'll appreciate them a little bit more. Where are you going? Where are you going, Ham? Where are you going, buddy? Where are you going? I love you. He's so chubby. He's a chubby guy. Come here. Come here. Hang out on the thing. Hang out on the thing, buddy. Here. Have yourself a treat. Have yourself a treat, bud. Anyway, folks, this one's been a long one. You got a Hamster Cameo out of it, though. I haven't even had a Hamster Cameo in a while. Plus, it's my buddy Spectre. He's a bud. Very good boy. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. And, folks, if you can go over there and have yourselves a truly Halloween-tastic rest of your life, because, folks, Halloween's the best goddamn. It just is. Regardless of what candy you get, it's the best holiday. On top of that, folks, final 2 things before I get out of here. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, even if it doesn't always feel like it. But we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. You try not to be an asshole. Now, on Halloween, it might be a little bit easier than on other days. If you're like myself, where you enjoy this holiday and you wait for it all year. Plus, you've got a spooky hamster who you love very much. And you're over there trying some classic, somewhat hated Halloween treats. this is still a really good day for me. But even then, I still try to mitigate the level of assholeness that I, go over there and put out in the world, and I think everybody should do that. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Well, with it being Halloween, folks, hopefully you're out maybe at a party, or maybe you're just hanging home watching some movies, waiting for trick-or-treaters. Maybe you're trick-or-treating yourself. I can't imagine. My videos are specifically not geared towards children, but I don't know. You can trick-or-treat as an adult if you want. You might get some weird looks, but you do you. And conversely, folks, actually all that's pretty reasonable. But you can maybe go over there. Maybe you want to go over there, and maybe you could go over there and make a scary movie yourself, right? We all got phones. I got phones. We can all record stuff. Yeah, maybe you got an awesome hamster like me. Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. It's a little bit long-winded, but hopefully it was worth it. On top of that, no! Well, I dropped the thing and I have a hamster, so that's done. But you got me doing a Squirrely Dan impression. That's never going to happen again. So's folks, as is what I appreciate about the Halloween season, I appreciate about y'all. And so does Spectre, because he's a very good hamster. All right, folks, you have a good one. Bye.